I don't even know where to start with this. I've been sitting on this for a week, trying to process it, and I'm still a mess. My 30th birthday was supposed to be a milestone, you know? A big deal. 3 decades of life. A moment to reflect, maybe celebrate a little. Instead, it was the worst day of my life, and I'm not sure I'll ever recover from what my family did. I'm writing this because I need to get it out, and I don't have anyone I can talk to about it without feeling like I'm whining. So, here's the whole ugly story. Buckle up, it's a long one, and I'm not holding back. For context, I'm the youngest of 3 siblings. I've got an older brother, Mike, 35, and an older sister, Jen, 33. My parents are in their late 50s, and we've always had this weird dynamic where I'm the screw-up of the family. Growing up, Mike was the golden boy, star athlete, straight A student, now a lawyer with a fancy house and a wife who looks like she walked out of a magazine. Jen's not far behind. She's a nurse practitioner, married, 2 perfect kids, and a Pinterest-worthy life. Me? I'm the odd one out. Always have been. I wasn't great at school, barely graduated high school, and I've been bouncing between jobs since I was 18. I've done everything from retail to bartending to driving for Uber. Nothing's ever stuck, and I know my family's always judged me for it. It's not like I haven't tried. I've got dreams, you know? I wanted to be a musician for a while, played guitar in a band that never went anywhere. Then I thought about graphic design, took some online courses, but I couldn't afford to finish them. Life just happens. Bills pile up, you get stuck, and suddenly you're 29, living in a crappy 1-bedroom apartment, working as a warehouse stocker, and wondering where it all went wrong. I'm not lazy, I swear. I work hard, but it's like I'm always 1 step behind everyone else. My family never lets me forget it either. Every holiday it's, when are you going to get a real job? Or, still chasing those pipe dreams, huh? Always with that condescending chuckle. So, when my 30th birthday was coming up, I was actually kind of excited. I know it sounds dumb, but I thought maybe this would be a fresh start. I'd been saving up a little, planning to enroll in a community college program for IT. Something stable, something my family might actually respect. I wasn't expecting a parade or anything, but I thought my birthday could be a moment to feel good about myself, maybe get a little love from my family. They'd been hinting at a big surprise for weeks, and I let myself believe it was something nice. Maybe a thoughtful gift, or even just a dinner where they didn't roast me for once. God, was I wrong. The day of my birthday, my mom called me and told me to come over to their house for a family dinner. She sounded excited, said everyone was coming. Mike, Jen, their spouses, even my niece and nephew. I was nervous, but hopeful. I put on my best shirt, a button-up I got at thrift store, but it looked decent. Drove the 45 minutes to my parents' place, and walked in expecting, I don't know, warmth? A hug? A happy birthday that didn't come with a backhanded comment. Instead, the moment I stepped through the door, I was hit with this wave of laughter, like full-on cackling. My whole family was there, crowded around the dining room table, and in the center was this giant cake. It was decorated with black frosting and had big red letters spelling out "loser" across the top. There was even a little plastic figure of a guy with a dunce cap, like something you'd get at a party store. I froze. I thought it was a joke, like maybe it was for someone else. But then Mike shouted, "There he is, the birthday loser!" And everyone laughed harder. My dad was wiping tears from his eyes. My mom was giggling like a teenager. Even my little nephew was chanting, "Loser, loser," while Jen tried to shush him, but she was laughing too. I just stood there, Feeling my face get hot, I didn't know what to say. I mumbled something like, "What's this supposed to mean?" And my sister, still smirking, said, "Oh, come on, it's just a joke. Lighten up, it's your big 3-0. My brother chimed in with, "Yeah, we figured we'd celebrate your stellar achievements." More laughter. I looked at my parents, hoping they'd say something, anything to make it stop. But my dad just clapped me on the shoulder and said, "You know we're just messing with you. Don't be so sensitive." I don't know how to explain how it felt. It was like the room was closing in, and all I could hear was their laughter echoing in my head. I've dealt with their jabs my whole life. But this was different. This wasn't just a snarky comment or a passive-aggressive dig. They'd planned this. They'd gone out of their way to order a cake that called me a loser, to gather everyone together to make sure I felt like absolute garbage on my birthday. I felt like I was 10 years old again, getting picked last in gym class. Except this time, it was my own family humiliating me. I tried to play it off. I forced a smile, sat down, and let them cut the cake. They kept making jokes about how I'd earned the title, how I was the king of underachieving. My brother even pulled out a cheap plastic crown and plopped it on my head, saying, "To the biggest loser we know." Everyone thought it was hilarious. I just sat there staring at my plate, pushing around a piece of that stupid black frosting cake. It tasted like ash in my mouth. My niece, who's only 6, tugged at my sleeve and asked, "Uncle, why does your cake say loser?" And I didn't even know how to answer her. I just said, "It's a grown-up joke, kiddo." And she ran off to play. I stayed for maybe an hour just to avoid making a scene. They opened presents next, and that was another kick in the teeth. Jen got me a self-help book called Get Your Shit Together, which she said was motivational. Mike gave me a gift card to a fast food place, since you're probably eating there anyway. My parents gave me a set of socks, which sounds fine, but they were those novelty ones with "World's Okayest Son" printed on them. Every gift was another jab, another reminder that they see me as a walking punchline. I thanked them, stuffed everything in my bag, and said I had to go because I had an early shift the next day. Nobody tried to stop me. When I got to my car, I just sat there for a while, staring at the steering wheel. I didn't cry. I wanted to, but it wouldn't come out. It was more like this heavy, hollow feeling in my chest, like someone had scooped out everything that made me feel human. I kept replaying the night in my head, trying to figure out what I'd done to deserve it. Was I really that much of a failure? Had I let them down so badly that they thought this was okay? I know I'm not perfect. I know I haven't lived up to their expectations, but I'm trying, you know? I'm trying so damn hard, and it's never enough. I drove home in silence, no radio, no nothing. When I got back to my apartment, I threw the cake in the trash, didn't even bother cutting another slice. I kept the presents, mostly because I didn't want to deal with the explaining why I threw them out if someone asked.